As we said in dividing polynomials for 6.3, we use synthetic division to divide polynomials, but we can also use synthetic division to give us the actual value if we were to evaluate the polynomial with a particular x. So in the example it says x minus 3, and we know we take out what makes it 0 is 3, and if I do the synthetic division, they are telling us that p of 3 is 7. So let's see if they're correct. So if we take 3 and plug it in for x, 3 cubed minus 4 times 3 squared plus 5 times 3 plus 1. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. Minus 4, 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1. And we have 27 minus 4 times 9 is 36 plus 15 plus 1 is 16. 36 minus 16, we get a negative 20, and 27 minus 20 is 7. So in fact, if we plug in 3 into that polynomial expression, then we actually get 7. So we can use synthetic division and use the remainder as what we would get if we evaluated the system, the polynomial. Just as we have done before, we're going to need the coefficients. So we have 2x cubed, 5x squared, x, and 7. So we're going to take 2, 5, negative 1, 7, and we're going to divide by x is 2. In this case, they didn't give us x minus 2 is 2. We just have x is 2, so we use the 2. And we're going to bring down the 2, multiply that by 2, and I get 4. Add them together, I get 9. Multiply by 2, I get 18. And going down, I get 17. Multiply that by 2, I get 34. And if I add them together, I get 41. So p of 2 is 41. So if I were to plug in 2 into my original equation, then I would get 41. So let's go ahead and try the next one. We have 6x to the 4th, x to the 3rd. We're missing x squared, so we need 6x to the 4th minus 25x cubed plus the 0x squared minus 3x plus 5. So I have 6, negative 25, 0, negative 3, 5, and I'm using negative 1/3. So we bring down the 6. Multiply 6 times negative 1/3, we get negative 2. Add, I get negative 27. Multiply by negative 1/3, negative divided by negative is a positive. 1/3 of 27 is 9. And add those together, get 9. Multiply 9 by negative 1/3, so positive divided by a negative is a negative. 9 over 3 is 3. Add them, I get negative 6. Multiply negative 6 times negative 1/3. Negative over negative is a positive. 1/3 of 6 is 2. And I add them together, and I get 7. So that means that if I took p of negative 1/3, I would get 7. In letter C, we have x cubed, x squared, and 4. So we really need x cubed, 3x squared, plus 0x plus 4. So that means we have 1, 3, 0, 4. And then our x value here is negative 3. So I bring down the 1, multiply that by negative 3, I get negative 3. Add 3 and negative 3, I get 0. Multiply by negative 3, I get 0. Add and I get 0. Multiply negative 3 times 3 and I get 0. And add them and I get 4. So what we're saying is that if I had p of negative 3, I would get 4. In our application problem, we start off with we want to write an expression for the length. Given the width is y minus 9 and the area is y squared minus 14y plus 45. Now if I want to find the length I would have to take the area and divide that by the width. Or you could also write it as y squared minus 14y plus 45 divided by y minus 9. And if we're using synthetic division, we know that we're going to divide by 9. So let's set this up. We have 1, negative 14, 45, and we're dividing by y minus 9, which is really 9. 1 comes down, multiply by 9, and going down I get negative 5. Multiply negative 5 by 9, I get negative 45. Add that, I get 0, which makes sense because there shouldn't be a remainder. And we started off with y squared, so now our answer is going to be 1y minus 5, and that is the length.